Now, about a month ago, I did the original review of 2001: A Space Odyssey, which was made not long at all after my first viewing. I think it was either the night I watched it or not long after that. And I showed a much more harsh opinion of the film, and I didn't like it very much at first. But now that I watch it again and understand it more, I actually really enjoy the film, though it still has some little problems, just they aren't as apparent anymore and aren't as significant. For those of you who may not have seen the original review, here are the details of the film. Director Stanley Kubrick teams up with Keir Dullea along with MGM to produce a film that has been thought of as one of the greatest sci-fi films of all time. But let's have a look out for ourselves. Dullea plays Dr. David Bowman, an astronaut that has been sent on a very mysterious mission that shows the relationship between man and machine. First beginning with the apes 4 million years ago using bones as their first weapons, the film also shows the apes discovering a monolith that triggers a mission millions of years later, when men are sent to the moon to uncover the deliberately buried monolith. The astronauts' presumed death due to the shrieking sound starts another mission 18 months later, where every aspect of the ship is controlled by the mischievous computer HAL 9000, who starts causing malfunctions when the idea arises for him to be disconnected, and a new journey for mankind begins in the far reaches of space. The film also features Douglas Rain, William Sylvester and David Richter. While I said in my original review in August that it was extremely overrated, drawn out and didn't make any sense a lot of the time, that has mostly changed. The visuals are absolutely fantastic for their time. It carries a very important message that mankind should not trust technology so much, and rather than disliking it for not making sense, now I know it was not meant to, and now that I've discovered some of the interpretations behind things that didn't make sense at first, it is actually starting to make a lot more sense, and it is becoming a much better experience for me. Also, again, instead of disliking it for not making sense, I actually give credit to Kubrick, and I think now that it was actually quite smart that he is purposely leaving things for the audience to interpret, because not only is it stimulating, but there is also no right or wrong in terms of what you may come up with. For those of you who have only just watched the film for the first time and probably have no single clue what you just watched, here are my interpretations of the things that you might be most confused about: the monolith and the space baby. With inspiration from some other theories, mind you. I just feel like I should put that out there just before I start getting comments of me ripping off other people. I'm just giving credit to them first, just to prevent any hate, alright? So what I'm starting to think from those other theories, by the way, yeah, of course, is that the monolith is simply a symbol for the spark of a whole new journey or step in evolution for humanity. Think about it. In each of its 4 appearances, it has sparked some kind of journey. In fact, seeing it was the first step in the evolution. Seeing it was the first part of the journey, pretty much. So let's analyse that for a bit. The apes 4 million years ago jumped around the monolith as if nothing like it had come before, and burying it had sparked the mission that took place in 1999. The astronauts' presumed death due to the constant shrieking sound the monolith made sparked the mission 18 months later in 2001. The discovery of the monolith orbiting Jupiter later on is what made Dave go through the Stargate, which takes him to a whole new dimension in space. The final one is that when Dave ages quickly and transforms into a fetus, the monolith transforms Dave into a space child who resides in space and looks over Earth, which represents a new beginning and a new journey for mankind. Also, my thoughts on why it was Dave that got older and turned into the fetus could be that it was his journey and his legacy that has started the journey for millions of future generations. Despite now loving this though, there is still one problem though: the length. Scenes that could have been completed in 5 minutes, 10 at the most, were instead done in 20, that's what I mean. Why did the landing on the moon have to be so slow? Why did the apes finding the bones and starting the evolution of humanity have to take so long in movie time? Why did the pod being released from the spaceship have to take so long? Despite this though, the effects are brilliant, the message is very important, and it is a very stimulating film. So now, I give this film a 75%. This revolutionary film may be overlong at some points, but it is a very important film with a very important message, and it is a very stimulating film. Today I'm going to be comparing two versions of The Shining, the US 144-minute version and a non-US 115-minute version.